Oh, he's a good man, good little man. Oh, he's a good man, good little man. Oh, he's a good man, good little man. Good little man. Navy. Hello, this is Battery Exhausted. It's my vlog. It's midnight, so don't chew your foot. Mate, you're on the video. Mate, don't chew your foot on video. Mate, mate, finish your introduction. Nathan, yeah. Anna, sit. And I say, it's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear, this is your left ear. Okay, if you're vegan, you're going to know what this is. Of course, we're not dealing in any particular brand here. We're not trying to sell any particular brand of not cheese. But if you're vegan, you'll know what this is. It's notorious. It's lactose-free, soya-free, gluten-free, dairy-free. Violife. Doesn't even say cheese on it anywhere. But the suggestion, just from the image, is that it's a cheese substitute. Food preparation with vegetable oil. I suppose they can't get away with saying the word cheese, can they? Well, neither would you want to. It's not cheese, it's vegan. The ingredients are water, coconut oil, 23%, modified starch, sea salt, vegan flavours. Vegan flavours. I don't know if that's the flavour of veganism or if it's just flavours that are vegan, obviously. Olive extract, colour, B-carotene. So what this will be, water and coconut oil obviously don't mix together, do they? So what you do is in a laboratory, you get your water, you get your coconut oil, and you also get some modified starch. And I suppose it's just the modified starch and maybe a bit of salt that does it. Put it all together and it will congeal. Somehow a solid emulsification of coconut oil and water has been made. But it's notorious because people think that you can't get it out of the packet. I'm not an expert here, I haven't tried. I have bought Violife before and I've never thought to myself, what a fucking nightmare that is getting it out of the packet. But it seems on all the vegan forums it's becoming a sort of a regular theme that people find it difficult to remove the Violife from its packet. So I'm going to attempt to do that. I've cut my nails. You all right, Nathan? You're trotting around. I've cut my nails and that's going to be a disadvantage. So you coming over here, Nathan? Hello then. I'm not pointing the camera at you, I'm keeping it on the Violife. We're not dealing in any particular brand. Let's sort that out now. Hang on. Yeah. So I'm back. Like I say, I mean, it's unavoidable. You're going to find out what brand this is, you know. But I'm not making a video about a particular cheese. And it's possible that this particular manufacturer of cheese is produced in Greece by Violife SA. So I don't know if this Greek company, I don't know if the founder of the company or its directors are vegan, but that's where it's produced, in Greece. Things are pretty bad economically in Greece at the moment, so I suppose I'm not doing a bad thing by suggesting you buy something that's exported from there. I've got no idea about the people that run that company. All I know is that this channel is not about projecting a brand accidentally by bringing it in and doing a video about it, is it? We've already discussed that. That's how they get you. So I'm not sure if it's a very clever marketing ploy of Violife to make their packaging notoriously difficult to open. If it is, then I've been fooled, because here I am doing a video about it. But it's a vegan video and there are a lot of positives to that. We're not going to discuss the taste of this until we get it out of the packet, are we? So let's get it out of the packet. And this is what I mean, right? This is what it's known for. So let's see how I do. I've tweeze it. Just tease that open, look. No worries. Am I a badass? Or are there many fairly inept people? But that's half the battle there, teasing that. My technique there was just to gently pick away, like, you know, as if you've got some sellotape. A little bit of tough sellotape. Actually, not like sellotape. I used the ball of my thumb to just flick it up a bit, and then once I got in on that, I'd finger there, I just held it down, and thumb, and this one just did all the put. That was it, done. Simple. I swear to you, this is the only take of this video I'm ever going to do, so that's that. I don't know if I should have removed that. That might have been a mistake in terms of repackaging it. But then the next thing is getting it out of the package. That's also notoriously difficult. So I'm not going to do this with any implements. I'm just going to do it with my hands, because if it is, I'll tell you something now, Scott's top tips, yeah? If this is difficult to get out and you start getting a knife and jaffing around like that and it slips, that's when you're going to cut yourself. So getting a sharp knife in on this might not be the best idea. So let's see how we go. Just giving it a bit of a squeeze, pushing it up. A bit like pushing a jelly out of a mould, I suppose. There you go. It's a bit of a bastard, that is. Look, I've torn it. Torn the block there. The block's imperfect now. So that my thumb got in there and tore that. So that's not perfect, yeah. And it is almost, I can see the problem is that it creates a vacuum, doesn't it? So now I've got that, it's going to be quite easy, but it's a bit sticky. Not sticky, it's quite smooth, but seems to just be adhering to the package a little. There you go. Block of cheese. It's definitely not cheese. It smells subtly like cheese. It's not like it. This is the problem, right? I put my thumbs all. I'm the only vegan in there. I'm going to eat all that, so don't worry. It's got all my thumbprints on it. But what I wanted to discuss with you, just quickly. It's not very nice, is it? The way it's taken my. It's not very nice the way it's taken the whatever grot I've got on my thumb and just immediately applied it to the cheese. That was terrible. It's not cheese. And yeah, it's not working like cheese, is it? Tastes alright. It's that rubbery kind of thing. This is what I was going to say. The problem with making a cheese substitute is that within cheese there's so much variety. There's pasteurised and unpasteurised of like everything. And then there's different kinds of milk from the different animals, which obviously as a vegan I think we shouldn't be doing that. This is much better than putting an animal through all torture so it can have its milk. But what it provides is mainly the different techniques as well. What it ends up with is some cheese is stringy, some is soft, some melts, some doesn't. And they've all got different nuances and flavours. And it's not just nuances and flavours, it's textures. And so having like a one thing substitute, this is now your cheese, that won't work unless the only cheese you're ever like, you know, used to eating or want to eat is kind of rubbery. And some people do like that cheese, you know, it's like the burger cheese, isn't it? Like fake cheese. Processed. This is quite pleasant on the palate, there's nothing wrong with it. And you know, if you're doing anything like that requires that sort of burger slice cheese, this is the way to go, isn't it? Much healthier and imperceptible, the difference. I've not cooked with it, so we don't know how it's going to melt down into a dish, whether it's going to grate well, whether that grated cheese is then going to melt, or if it's going to crisp up under a grill, who knows, you know. But I will have an investigate, tell you in a future video. But for now, I think I'm a bit of a grandmaster at opening that, aren't I? But I hear you cry. Put it back in the fridge. All neat and tidy. We've got a system for that. These little plastic bags with a zip size. And, you know, it's arguably not vegan, is it, to be using plastics? You don't necessarily have to. But On the other hand, those zips, these are fairly hard wearing and resealable, so that'll probably do me for about 4 or 5 different runs of Violife, won't it? Of not cheese. So it ain't too bad. And that solves the problem of having to put it back in the packet, so. Special, open some cheese. See that? You open some cheese, it thinks it's special. It's ridiculous. Isn't it? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Vegans all talking about fake cheese. Needs a break from talking about animal abuse, isn't it? Gives us all a break. Except the animals. The animals don't get a break, do they? The animals don't get a break. Well, some of them have, because instead of buying their milk byproduct thing, I've got the fake. Probably loads better than those slices.
Good cop, bad cop.
Chemical, 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 chemical,
Chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical reaction, 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 chemical reaction,
chemical, 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 chemical
reaction. Let's
make love
happen.
chemical, chemical, chemical
Reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction. Let's
make love
love.
chemical
Reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, reaction.
love
Chemical reaction, chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, chemical reaction. Chemical reaction, chemical reaction.
chemical, 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 chemical,
Chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical, chemical reaction, 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 chemical reaction,
chemical, 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 chemical
reaction. Let's
make love
happen. Chemical, chemical, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction. Let's
make love
love.
chemical
Reaction,
chemical
reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, chemical reaction, reaction.
love
reaction, chemical reaction.